Welcome back to Linux Network. Today we're looking at the latest release of KDE Plasma 6.3. If you're using KDE or thinking about switching, you're in for a treat. This update brings tons of improvements, making Plasma even more powerful and user-friendly. So let's break it down. First up, KDE Plasma 6.3 introduces a cool new feature, the ability to clone a panel. What does this mean? If you have a custom panel with your favorite widgets and layout, you can now duplicate it without setting everything up from scratch. This is super useful if you use multiple monitors or different workspaces. Speaking of displays, fractional scaling has been improved for everyone. This means that if you have a high-resolution display, you can now scale things like icons and text more smoothly, avoiding blurry or oversized elements. This is a big deal, especially for users with 4K screens or those using laptops with high DPI displays. KWin, the window manager behind KDE, also got smarter. It can now automatically pick a better default scale factor for small screen devices, and the scaling adjustments are now more precise. Instead of jumping by 25% increments, KDE now adjusts scaling in 5% steps, giving you more flexibility. If you use KDE's Activities feature, there is a neat addition. KDE now remembers which virtual desktop was active for each activity. This means you can switch between tasks without losing your place. If you're new to KDE, think of activities as different work environments. For example, one for work, one for gaming, and another for media editing. KDE Plasma 6.3 also lets you temporarily disable KWin window rules instead of deleting them. If you've ever customized Windows behavior and wanted to test something without losing your settings, this is a lifesaver. Good news for those using wireless headphones. KDE Plasma 6.3 now shows low battery notifications for headphones that properly report battery levels. This means you won't be caught off guard when your headphones suddenly die. Another small handy feature, if you use a network hotspot, KDE will now assign a random password by default, making your connection more secure. And if you've ever wondered about your laptop's battery health, KDE's Info Center now shows your battery cycle count. The cycle count tells you how many times your battery has been charged and discharged, helping you estimate its lifespan. Running out of memory can cause programs to crash, but now KDE has a new memory warning system. If your computer is low on RAM and starts killing apps, KDE will notify you and explain what happened. This is great for preventing frustration and understanding how your system is handling resources. Also, KDE's Do Not Disturb mode got a small but useful tweak. Instead of bombarding you with a backlog of notifications when you turn it off, KDE will now show a single notification telling you how many you missed, much cleaner and less overwhelming. Plasma discovered KDE Software Center has received so much needed love. Now it can open Flatpak URLs, making it easier to install apps from sources like FlatHub. Another important change, Discover now shows whether an app is backed directly by its developers or verified by a trusted third party. This helps users know whether an app is officially supported. And if you're installing an app that also requires a new Flatpak runtime, KDE will now accurately display the download progress, so you know what's happening in the background. Widgets got a slight visual tweak in this update. Desktop widgets are now slightly translucent, making them blend better with wallpapers. It's a small change, but it looks great. The Task Manager widget has also been updated to match your system's accent color, making everything look more cohesive. There is also a cool new UI feature. The time zone selector in the system settings now uses a world map, making it more intuitive to set your time zone. This also applies to the digital clock widget settings. If you use a laptop, you'll love this. KDE now lets you automatically disable the touchpad when you plug in a mouse. This prevents accidental cursor movements while typing, making for a better experience. Another useful change, you can now assign keyboard shortcuts to move windows between custom tiling zones based on direction. If you like setting up a tiling window manager like Workflow, this makes it much smoother. The logout screen got a nice usability boost. If you choose to reboot your system, KDE will notify you if your system is going into the bootloader menu instead of rebooting normally. This helps avoid confusion, especially for users managing multiple OS installations. Also, for users who like saving their session manually, there is now a save session action in the kickoff launcher and another menu launchers. making it much easier to restore your previous sessions without a reboot. Before we wrap up, here are a few more cool tweaks. KDE now has a show target right-click option for symbolic links, helping users see where a shortcut points to. The Plasma System Monitor app can now collect GPU stats on FreeBSD. Close button across KDE apps are now standardized with a black X, making the UI more consistent. The network widget now has a configure button for networks you've used before but aren't currently connected to. The Task Manager preview now only shows one set of playback controls for grouped apps where only one window is playing media. App screenshots in Plasma Discover now use full-size thumbnails to prevent blurriness. And that's KDE Plasma 6.3 in a nutshell. This release brings a lot of quality of life improvements that make KDE even better. From smarter scaling to improved memory handling and UI tweaks, there is a lot to love. Are you excited about these changes? Will you upgrading right away? Let me know in the comments. And as always, if you found this video useful, don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future Linux content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.